If you're thinking about grabbing the Sony BRAVIA HT-S60 soundbar system for that epic home theater experience, hold on just a second because you might want to hear this first. Today, we're diving deep into the Sony BRAVIA HT-S60, a 5.1-channel surround sound system that promises immersive Dolby Atmos and DTS X audio. But here's what surprised me. Despite all the hype, some serious issues hiding under the hood could ruin your movie nights. You'll think twice before hitting buy once I'm done with this honest review, because this isn't your typical Geekfest praise video. Stick around, because I'm going to uncover whether this system is truly worth the $598 price tag, or just another flashy fad sitting in your living room collecting dust. First, let's set the scene. Who is the Sony BRAVIA HT-S60 really for? If you're a movie buff who craves that cinematic surround sound feeling, someone looking to upgrade their TV's audio from meh to wow, or even a casual party host wanting room-filling sound, this might look like the dream setup. The HT-S60 boasts 10 speakers, including a subwoofer and rear speakers, promising full 5.1-channel immersion with Dolby Atmos and DTS X, plus a dedicated center channel speaker for crystal-clear dialogue. Sounds perfect, right? However, the devil's in the details, and that's exactly where we'll crack open this system. Let's dive into the design and setup experience, which is usually the make-or-break moment for most home theater dreamers. Sony packages the HT-S60 with everything you need: the soundbar, subwoofer, rear speakers, cables, remote control, and even a generous 26 months extended protection plan from Deco Gear. So your investment feels protected. Setting it up is straightforward enough. Hook up the HDMI, connect the rear wireless speakers, and you're almost ready to blast your favorite blockbuster. But there's a catch: wireless rear speakers. Great idea, if only they worked reliably. Many users noted intermittent connection drops. Imagine just when Darth Vader dramatically reveals, "I am your father," your speakers fade to silence. Not exactly immersive, more like a bad soap opera cliffhanger. Now, the sound itself is the heart of the matter. Sony again leans on its decades-long heritage in professional filmmaking audio to promise an authentic cinematic experience. The HT-S60 aims to deliver with its 3 front-firing speakers, including that all-important center channel to keep dialogue sharp, and of course, the bass-pumping subwoofer. For dialogue, Voice Zoom 3 tech teamed up with compatible BRAVIA TVs is supposed to help clarity. No more straining to hear whispered secrets or plot twists. And yes, when the setup works, voices come through clear. But here's where you hit your first snag. The soundstage, while respectable, is not as dynamic or full-bodied as pricier competitors or even previous Sony models. It's like expecting a blockbuster and getting a direct-to-video sequel. You'll get solid mid-range and highs, but the rear channels fall a bit flat in creating that immersive bubble surround you're picturing. And about that bass, the system includes a subwoofer to bring the rumble, the kind you feel in your bones during explosion scenes. But the subwoofer sometimes overpowers or underperforms depending on your room's layout and settings, leading to boomy lows that muddy your listening experience or a noticeable lack of thump during action sequences. In other words, the bass can be a bit like my uncle's dance moves at a wedding, either too much or nowhere near enough. This inconsistent performance is partly because the subwoofer isn't as finely tuned as Sony suggests. Speaking of tuning, the HT-S60 sound calibration options feel limited. For a system that costs nearly $600, you'd expect advanced features like room calibration or customizable EQ presets. Instead, it relies mostly on basic settings, which means you might have to dial in the sound manually and still end up frustrated. I know, who's got time for tweaky settings after a long day of work? You want a plug-and-play system that sounds great out of the box, not a science project. Here's a quick rehook. Are you struggling to envision how this setup would fit and perform in your living room? Keep watching because I'm about to break down the real-world performance and who should really consider buying this system, or better yet, skip it. Now, let's talk connectivity and usability, because what good is powerful sound if getting there feels like decoding alien signals? The HT-S60 supports HDMI ARC and includes HDMI cables, making it compatible with most HD TVs, especially Sony BRAVIA TVs, where it shines by syncing perfectly for features like Voice Zoom 3. But users report occasional lag and audio sync issues, leading to that awkward moment when the lips move and the sound follows way too late. Kind of like watching a dubbed soap opera with bad timing. Not ideal. Plus, the remote control bundled is basic, lacking any app integration or smart controls that modern users expect these days. No voice assistant support either, which means you'll be hunting for the remote like a treasure hunt every time. For a $600 system, a little smart convenience would have been nice, especially since other sound systems offer it at the same price point. Alright, let's throw in a couple of jokes to keep things light because serious reviews don't always mean serious tones. Why did the subwoofer break up with the soundbar? Because it felt left out of the conversation, much like the rear speakers sometimes. And here's one more. What do you call a surround sound system that promises much but delivers little? Sony phony asterisk. Yeah, I went there. Jokes aside, the Sony HT-S60 does stand out with its extended protection plan. 26 months of accidental coverage really is a nice safety net. Not many competitors offer such long extended warranty terms, which adds real value for anyone worried about durability or accidental damage. Sony's build quality is generally solid, with an elegant design that hides nicely under most TVs without screaming for attention like that one-party guest who always wants to be the center of attention. But I have to be real with you. This system is best suited for casual users who want an upgrade from TV speakers to something that fills the room better without needing a full-blown, hardwired home theater rig. If you're a hardcore audiophile or hardcore cinema fanatic, the HT-S60 might leave you wanting more. Despite Dolby Atmos support on paper, the soundstage isn't multi-layered enough to truly justify the buzz. You might want to consider higher-end alternatives or look into systems offering more customizable settings and refined speaker placement. Let me drop another open loop to keep you hooked. How does the HT-S60 stack up against soundbars from competitors like Bose or Sonos? And is the immersive experience truly enhanced when paired with Sony's BRAVIA TVs? Or is that just clever marketing? Stick around because I answer those questions and more in the final segment. Moving toward resolution, the Sony BRAVIA HT-S60 is a mixed bag. Its strengths lie in decent dialogue clarity thanks to the dedicated center speaker, easy setup with wireless rear speakers, and build quality supported by that impressive extended protection plan. It's ideal for newcomers who want a no-fuss, plug-and-play home theater boost without diving into complex audio tweaks or wiring nightmares. However, moderation is key because the HT-S60 shows weaknesses too. Subwoofer inconsistencies, occasional wireless dropouts from rear speakers, limited sound calibration, and the lack of smart features or advanced connectivity options hold it back from claiming top-tier status. Dolby Atmos support is more marketing sparkle than immersive reality. That surround sound bubble you crave is thinner than advertised. You know, like those magic tricks where you see the card but can still guess the ace up the sleeve. By the way, if you're wondering whether the $598 price is justified, remember that the system bundles accessories like HDMI cables, a surge protector, and that extended warranty, value additions that chips away at the cost outside the speaker hardware itself. So you're not just buying the system, you're getting a complete starter pack designed to protect your investment from day one. Now, To answer that earlier question about pairing with Sony BRAVIA TVs, the sync is better than with non-Sony TVs, giving features like Voice Zoom 3 a genuine edge in making dialogue crystal clear at lower volumes. This could be the deciding factor if your TV is already in the Sony ecosystem. Otherwise, don't expect miracles. So where does that leave us? If you want a solid upgrade to your home entertainment system with decent surround sound and excellent protection, the Sony BRAVIA HT-S60 will do the job without breaking the bank or your patience. But if you're chasing deep cinematic immersion and advanced audio capabilities, it pays to look elsewhere. To wrap it all up on a positive note, Sony's HT-S60 delivers a respectable home theater experience with easy setup and reliable hardware supported by extensive warranty coverage. For movie lovers who want to amplify their couch potato marathons with clear dialogue and engaging sound, this could be a fantastic middle ground. Just temper expectations about the Dolby Atmos magic. It brings some spatial audio charm, but is not the sound revolution it's hyped as. If you're curious and want to grab the Sony BRAVIA HT-S60 for yourself, I've left the best price link in the description below. Check it out now before you commit, because your home theater deserves sound that's as epic as the movies you watch. And remember, a great sound system should add to the story, not distract from it. Thanks for hanging out, and if you found this honest review helpful, be sure to hit like and subscribe for more no-nonsense tech breakdowns. Catch you in the next one.